Started. So, how was your day? Good. Fine. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. So, what you have learned today? What you have learned? Classes and objects. Nice. Okay. Constructors. ठीक है. Object. These keyword access modifiers. Okay, you guys knows the things now. How to write the Java code. Nice. Okay. So first of all, yesterday also I have told you one important thing. In Java, we always use the class to write the code. It is one kind of container, you can say that. Inside that, you are putting your things. Okay, you can consider the class in this way. So how you can write the class? So just the class keyword in the name of the class. For example, I'm giving the name as a main. So you have to start it and close it. Beyond that, you cannot go. This is non-executable things if you write something over beyond the closing of the curly brace. Okay. After that, what is the entry point of your code? If you want to run your code, so what is the entry point? So you can say that it is a main method, right? So how to write the main method? Signature is always remain constant. It is public, static, void, main, string, array, and its variable name. Okay. So inside that, whatever the things you are going to write, so it is going to execute step by step. Okay. Yeah. So apart from this, you have also learned how you can create the custom functions or your own functions. For example, I want to create a function which will, you can say that, which will just do the multiplication of two numbers. Okay, so and let's see if I want to return the multiply multiplied value means result from that function. So let's see how we can write. So let's keep it as a static and access modifier I'm giving as a public, then static. So return type I'm considering as a int only, and let's give some name. So find products, find product. Okay, and two parameters. So parameter A, it's of type int. Second is parameter B. Again, it is of type int only. Okay. Then opening and closing brackets. So just you need to return the product A into B. Is it right? Please confirm. I am not holding it into the C variable and all this thing. I am just returning it. Are you comfortable in the statement line number 12? What exactly I'm doing? Okay, now you guys are comfortable with the syntax as well. So directly I'm writing this statement. Is it fine? Now, how to run this function? So we need to call it. But where you can call it? So from main method we can call. So let's call it. We can define two variables over here, and you can give any name. It's not like कि आपको A or B देना है. I can give num1 as 20 and num2. So don't get confused कि यहाँ पर A and B आ रहा है, यहाँ पर num1 num2. Remember one thing, one very simple easy thing. Whatever the variable name I'm writing over here, they are local variable for this method. ठीक है, ये मेथड के लिए ही एलिजिबल है. After line number 14, you cannot able to access int a. ठीक है, are you getting me? Similarly, I just need to pass the value. Okay, this is the meaning of that. Now, how to call that method? So it is a static method. Directly I can call find product, and you can pass the number. Okay, so do I need to hold the return type? Do I need to hold return type? Yes or no? In what variable I need to hold? In what variable I need to hold? Int variable. So it will be result of product. You can say that, and then you can print it. Yes or no? Okay. Or what can be the another way to pass the two numbers? Suppose I don't want to declare it by int and num. Directly also I can pass. For example, I want to pass some other values other than 20 and 10. So in this way also I can pass, and I'm changing the variable name because this is a completely different result it is coming. Otherwise, if I give the same variable name, so there will be like a duplicate variable. Again, you will get compilation error. Yes, result one. Is it clear? Now, someone is asking ki what if I want to supply the integer array? It's fine. So, for example, find the product of an array. Okay, there is an array. I want to find the product of all the numbers from the array. Okay. Yeah, you can write main method anywhere in the class. It's okay. Means sequence will not matter, but whatever the sequence of code is there inside the main method, that matters. Accordingly, only your code is going to execute. For example, find product is above the main method. Now I'm writing one another method or function, public static, and suppose this is again going to return some product. Okay, and I'm giving the name of the method as array product. Okay, and now tell me what kind of parameter it should take now. I want to pass the array. So how the parameter will look like? Come on, type in the chat. I'm continuously seeing your chats as well, along with your faces with two windows already open right now. So you can type in the chat. No, I want to pass the integer array. And now, though I don't want to pass only two variable, three variable, I can pass as many as I want. And at the end, I'm going to return the product. So how I can write? Will you confirm? Is it right? Is it right? Yes or no? Now, how to find the product of all the numbers of the array? So I'm declaring one variable as product equals to 1, and I'm running the enhanced for loop. Okay? Because I don't need to deal with the index. ठीक है मुझे number से deal करना है. In what variable? ARR variable. Then product multiplication equals to num. Then what I need to return? Product. Return product. Getting it? Is it clear what I did? Right now means whatever the previous example we have seen, we were doing the same thing in the main method, but now we have divided our task as per the specific task. We are creating the specific methods, right? So so it is the enhanced for loop. Vishnu already explained from his last day already. If you, I don't know whether you've present or not. So this is the enhanced for loop. Okay. Now let us try to call this. So to call this method, so I should have the integer array as well. So let me define it directly. Okay. This is the integer array. Now array product. Then pass this integer array and hold the result. It is of type int only product, and you can print it as well. SOP means system.out.println. So array product is okay plus okay. Okay, if it is confusing, no worry. You can also think in this way. Product into no. Fine. Is it clear how we can create the functions? Everyone, please confirm. So in line number 30 is what is the problem statement first of all? We need to find out the product of the array through the creating the different function. So definitely I should have the array as well, no? Okay, Arijit, you have some question? Okay, you can unmute them.
Sir, my question is means assignment. One question Masai calculator doesn't give any values. So how can we print that?
Okay, so if it is not giving any value, you can pass your custom values then. Okay, so is it the miss? I thought that you have the question related with this current statement.
Yeah, it is, sir, but I'm a little bit confused that we need to pass the statement as according to that
Yes, yes.
output
Currently,
or
see, on the suppose if you are solving the problem on the replit, so custom input you need to provide. But on OJ,
no.
it is coming from the backend. Yeah.
So, yes, sir. In OJ, sir, I was talking about OJ, but OJ
Okay.
input is not given there, but the output is given there. That's why I'm confused.
Acha, you are telling it is the OJ problem, right?
Right, 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 sir.
Okay. We will see. Okay.
Okay, fine, sir.
Guys, everyone has any question in this specific code? More specific, I'm talking right now. Uh, yeah. So, Harish, is it clear? Line number 30? Okay. You want to say something? If you want to raise the hand again, you can. If you want to talk, I can unmute. No worries. Yeah, you can now.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, here we written this main method, no, sir.
Hmm.
And from line 30, it belongs to the another function written downside, no, so a product.
So see,
That's the
yeah, tell me. We know that starting with first main method will get execute, okay? And how the
yes,
code
sir.
will get execute from top to bottom, left to right, okay?
Yes, sir.
From top to bottom, left to right. Suppose. So firstly, this declaration will be happen, okay? ये first step होगा, ये second. This is the third step. Third step में find product means which method will be get called? ये वाली ना?
Yes, sir.
Finding the product of just the two integer. Then you will get the output of this. Then this is the
Okay.
completely new method now. Means again you can say
Okay.
that calling the same
Giving the
method with the
values.
different
Uh,
with the different values. Okay,
yes, sir. Yes.
this will get executed. Then
Okay.
इसकी value. Then you are declaring this. Then you are holding the output and you are printing the output.
Okay. Okay.
ठीक है? Means
Okay.
at the line number 8 ये वाली method call होगी. Getting it? और ये वाली method दो
Yes.
बार call हो रही है.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Got the flow?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Thank you.
Now let us try to solve some question on now. Oh, sorry. Replit. ठीक है? Let me turn off camera because I need to use second screen as well. This shell wala. Okay. Now fine. So what is the problem statement? I need to create a function. Okay. Create a function. Which will check. Which will check whether whether a string is palindrome or not. ठीक है? Got the problem statement? I need to create a function. I need to create a function which will check whether a string is palindrome or not. Is it clear? Problem statement, is it clear, everyone? Anyone wants to volunteer? Anyone wants to volunteer this question? New faces? Any new faces? Okay, let me try to unmute someone. Okay, I got someone. Rushi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Rushi? Yeah. Hi, Rushi. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine. So, yeah, you got the problem still, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, tell me one thing. So we need to create a function. So we should also clear with whether you want first thing. Okay. So definitely we want to create that function with the public access modifier. Next thing is whether it will be static or non-static. So you guys know about the objects and all this thing. We will come to that part as well. So currently we will keep the method as a static only. Then you should also clear with the return type.
Yeah.
What return type you want to declare. So right now, if you see, we need to check कि ये palindrome है या नहीं है. If it is palindrome, we can return true or false as well. What do you think? So can we declare the return type of that function as a boolean?
Yes, sir.
Instead of void, I want to declare some return type as well, so that we can try to uh, house all the concept that we learned na, inside a single function. Okay, so we can give some return type instead of a void. Okay, we will give the return type as a boolean, and you can decide the name of a method as well. Any suggestion from your side? कुछ भी दे सकते हैं और specific to that as well we can take. So
Sir, we have to only check that the string is a palindrome or not.
yeah.
We don't have to print the palindrome type. Means
We have to just
yes.
print a boolean value yes or
Yeah.
no based on the return type. Okay, so we can give the name as a check palindrome. Function name will be check palindrome. Is it fine?
Yes.
चलेगा? ठीक है. So help me out to write the name of the method. Tell me access modifier.
Uh, Public,
Public.
static,
Type of the method is static.
and
Then
string.
return type. Return type.
Boolean.
Boolean. Over here return type will be there. Then name of the method. What is the name of the method?
Check palindrome.
Check palindrome. ठीक है. And what parameter I need to pass?
String.
Yeah, nice. And we can give name,
Name.
any name. For example, I'm giving str. Fine.
Yeah.
Opening and closing bracket. So how you check for the palindrome?
Uh,
What is the
First of all, we
definition of
take the
palindrome?
no.
We need to reverse and compare, no?
Yeah. For that, we have to take the for loop.
Compare. Reverse and compare. So before that, you have to store the reverse string as well, no? So
Yeah.
for reversing the string, reverse string, you need to have some string variable for that, right?
Yeah.
So can I
Take
take
the
this
string.
reverse variable with
Yeah.
initialization with the empty string? Will it be fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then
For loop.
we are running the for loop from
I
I0.
0 and
What do
I less than.
I need to reverse a string? Should I start with the zero
Sorry,
or
no. We have to take string str dot length minus 1,
then
comma
I
I
till
greater than equal
no
to 0,
we
I
need to give plus plus.
plus minus, sorry, minus 1. We
Then
have to plus, yeah,
reverse plus, okay, someone is getting confused, so I'm writing this to
reverse plus
str dot
uh,
char.
caret I.
Okay, ठीक है, fine.
Yes.
Then
Uh, we have to return it.
क्या रिटर्न करना है? बूलियन वैल्यू रिटर्न करनी है, बट व्हेन वी हैव टू रिटर्न?
When
फर्स्ट
we
वी
got,
नीड टू कंपेयर ना, रिवर्स एंड
yeah,
कंपेयर. सी लाइन नंबर 4. अब आपने रिवर्स तो कर दिए, अभी कंपेयर करना है ना रिवर्स स्ट्रिंग को. किससे कंपेयर करोगे?
mm, we have that reverse.
किससे
How to
कंपेयर करेंगे? रिवर्स को किससे कंपेयर करोगे?
uh, that we are going to take the string str.
So how to compare or how to check content of the two strings? Which method?
Dot equal
Dot equals
equals
dot equals with str.
str.
If this is true, then
Print SOP.
so we do not need to print right now over here. We just need to return the true or false. So can I return true?
Yes.
Else can I return false?
False.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will work definitely. So we have one shortcut or as well. Directly, if you don't want to use this many statement, directly you can return as well, because at the end either it will be true or false. So this can also work. Okay, this can also work. So if you are getting confused, no worry, you can use this if else condition. Okay, clear what I did? Okay, now I need to call that method. How to call that method? Check palindrome.
By that method name.
Method name. Before that, I need to declare this string as well, ना जो string इसमें pass करवानी है, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So let's declare one string.
String
So
str.
any variable name you can give, but right now it's fine. Or
Yes,
I am giving the name as an input string. No worry. For example, I'm giving the input string as madam. Okay. Then
Yeah.
check palindrome. Just pass that variable input. Okay. And what is the return type?
String.
Return type.
No, boolean. Sorry.
Okay. So in boolean variable, I need to hold right.
Yeah.
Result.
Result.
Okay. Now, if it is boolean, so you can check using if else condition, right? If result equals to true, this can also you can write, or just result will also be fine. Means it will only execute if result equals to true. Okay. So both statements are right. So if result equals to true, so can I say that now I can print over here the string. So what is the string? For example, I'm just writing that variable as well. Input is palindrome. Else what you can write?
Is not palindrome.
Yeah. Not palindrome. Shall we run this?
Yes.
So which line should get executed?
First one is palindrome.
Let's see. Yeah. Are we getting right output?
Yes.
Now run this again. Yes, Somyadeep. Right now, I will recommend you to use the custom code, means whatever the logic is there. No? So you should be comfortable with the logic as well. We have the inbuilt functions, we are right, but right now go with the implementation part. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Rushi. Now, if you understood this one, guys, let's change the problem statement. I'm just commenting out this function, and I'm commenting out this statement as well, because I want to check take some another problem. Okay. So problem number 2 is check whether a given number is prime or not. Okay, so who wants to volunteer? Come on, fast. Already we did similar kind of code, but just we need to do using the functions. Means we need to create a separate function and write implementation part over there. Who wants to volunteer? Okay. No one has. Okay. Only one person. What about the others? Any unfamiliar face who has not thought, or we can say that who has not participated. Okay. I think I need to unmute. Yeah. Anjali, are you there? Anjali Talekar. Like she is not responding. Amol,
Hello?
yeah. Hi
Ah,
Amol.
yes.
I'm audible.
Ah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is our problem statement. Means
Ah,
already
yes.
you know how to find prime. Okay.
Ah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So before that, let's discuss about a function configuration. So there is some background noise from your side as well.
Oh, wait, sir. 1 minute. It is here. Hello.
So tell me access modifier. We will keep it as it is public. Then type of method static.
Static. Okay.
Type, what do you think? I will be going to pass a number and it will return me whether it is a prime or not. So what do you
Uh,
think? The return type?
Boolean, sir.
Nice. It should be a boolean because it will
Okay.
return either true or false. Okay. Then
Uh,
name of the method.
uh, check prime number.
Okay. Check prime. And parameter type.
Integer.
Okay. You can take any variable name. No.
Okay.
Okay. So let's create a method. Public static
Static.
boolean check prime.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Int
sir.
num. Okay.
Okay.
So how we start to check the prime number? So we need to have first variable name as count, right?
Yes, yes.
Count or factor equals to 0. Then start the for
Uh,
loop from where 0 or 1.
0, sir.
Check primes. So we need
Okay.
to just check for the factors, no?
Ah,
We don't
okay.
check 0. So we start with the 1.
One,
So I
no problem, sir.
less than or equals to num. Okay.
Number.
I
Okay.
plus.
Yes.
Then if
If number mod I,
num mod I
I
equals to
equal 0,
then
then
2.
count plus plus.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
If
check if
count equal to,
equals to 2.
then
Then
return
return true.
2, yes.
Else
Else
return
false.
false.
Okay.
Okay. This can also be the statement. We know that only if one statement is there, no need of curly brackets. Okay.
Okay. Yes, yes. I know, sir.
Okay. Now I want to call it. How I can call? First, I need to declare a num now. You
Yes.
can input as well. Example 21. Okay.
Okay.
Then let's call the method check
Check prime.
prime pass input.
And
Okay. Return type is what?
Boolean, sir.
Boolean.
Boolean flag equal to.
Okay. So we can change the variable name because flag we use the
Okay.
different.
Any other
We
name,
just
sir.
take a result. Okay.
Okay. Result. Okay.
Then so system dot. What do you
Out
think?
dot.
If it is Boolean, so I need to first check now if it is true or false.
Okay, sir.
Okay. If
If
result,
result
then
equal. No.
I
Yes.
need to, yeah, it's optional. You can say that.
Okay.
Println. So given number, so you can also have the number as well. So you can take the number as input.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So is
Prime.
prime.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Or in the else part, you can say that if it is false,
Then Given number is not a prime number.
Not prime.
Not
Okay.
prime. Okay.
Okay, let's try to run this. So if it is 21, it is
Okay.
not a prime. Can I say?
Yes. Please run this program.
Okay, it's not a
Okay.
prime.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
give the number as 11.
Okay.
Now it is prime, right?
Okay.
Getting the output, waiting for the output.
Waiting for output, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Is
Okay,
it
sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aman. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you,
Is it
sir.
clear, everyone? Yeah. Everyone, please confirm. Is it clear how we can create a function for checking whether the number is prime or not? Okay, so I'm commenting on this code. Let's change the problem statement. So see the sequence of the methods, whatever you are writing, it does not matter, even though if it is above the main method or below the main method. But if you ask me what can be the recommended way, so I will recommend keep your main method at the last. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Can I unmute?
You can mute yourself.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So next problem statement, let's take next problem statement. It is number 3. So I need to create a function. So okay, it will check from an array whether the sum of two number equals to target number or not. Means array is given. Array is given. You need to check. You need to check whether sum of two numbers, sorry, is equals to target number k or not. Okay. So this is the problem statement. Is it fine? What is the problem statement? So Joshi, you are telling take the different file. Okay, so I can do one thing. I can keep this code somewhere over here, or let's do one thing. Over here, I can keep the code. Okay, and I will just wait. Okay, it's fine now. Now, suppose array is given to you, integer array. Okay, in this way, so I mean, we will take it later. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7, 1, 8, 9. Okay, and one more k value is given, or you can say that you can take k. K value given is 10. Okay, you need to check whether from an array is there two numbers whose sum equals to 10 or not. Are you getting the problem statement? What I want? From the given array, I need to check is there any two numbers whose sum is equals to k or not. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? What I want to check? Is it clear? Please confirm. Problem statement. If not, I can repeat. Clear? So who wants to volunteer? Even though if you don't know how we can implement, it's fine. We are going to try now. So yeah, I got the new face. Hey, here is a just no okay. Abhishek, it's fine. You can unmute.
Yeah,
Okay,
hi, sir.
Yeah. Have you got the problem statement?
Yes, sir.
क्या करना है?
Yes, sir. Like we
What
have
will-
given the array and we have to find the two element which if we add them, so it will exactly give the k number.
Yeah. Means you need to find any two element from the array, any two element or numbers from the array. Okay. Or numbers from the array whose sum is equals to k. K means you can say that one targeted value is given. Is it clear, Somin, now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so now tell me, as per your observation, is there any two numbers whose sum equals to k
Yes,
from
sir.
the given array? Tell
Yes,
me
sir.
those numbers.
There are 4 and 6. If we add them, so it will give us 10.
Yeah, the option
And
is a 4 and
other
6.
one is like 8, 2 is one of,
2.
or
Okay.
2, 8 we can say. And 1, 9 is another number.
1, 9 is the other number. Okay, means it's fine. It's not like finding all the pairs. It's just finding any two numbers whose sum is equals to k. If this scenario is true, just you need to return true. Otherwise, return false. Is it clear what we need to do?
Yes.
Okay. So we don't need to return those numbers. We just need to return either it is true or false. Okay.
Right.
We are keeping this simple. Now tell me how we can.
So we have to create a function.
Okay.
Firstly,
It's okay. We can create a function, but how we can implement this implementation?
basically we will traverse the two loop, and the first loop, like this is the nested loop. So the first loop will go I equals to 0 to n minus 1, sorry. And the next one will go j equals to I to n. And we will check if arr I plus arr j is equals to k. So that time exactly we have to return the true, and after that both loop we will return the false if we are not able to get that.
Okay. So will you tell me if I take 2, so do I need to start with 2?
No,
Because
no.
we don't need to visit the same element, right?
I plus 1, sorry. I
Can
plus
I start with the 4?
Yes.
Yes or no? So
Yes.
outer loop will just take one element and inner loop will visit every element just next to that specific element. Similarly, this is for the first loop. Okay. So and what will happen for the second loop? For second loop, 4 will come. Okay. 4 will come. Then loop will start from 6.
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
Can we do in this way?
Yes, sir.
Let's try this. So for creating a function, what I need to declare first? Tell me.
Public static. So firstly we have to
Directly we
declare
can declare.
in the
Okay.
main,
So
or we can have public
public static
boolean
boolean, and we
target.
can give any name.
Yeah.
So you can give the name as, for example, I'm giving the name check target number. Check
Is this some we have?
target.
Okay.
No. Okay. What will be the parameter that is going to come?
ARR like array or one num?
So it is of type integer array and one
Int k. Oh,
int.
that is not a semicolon. We have to put the like normal. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, then
Int
int
target or
k.
k, anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's run two loops. I equals to 0, I is less than.
A dot length minus 1. I plus plus.
Then
For int j equals to I plus 1. Zero plus plus. No, this will not go like array minus length will go till end.
length will go till
End. Like end.
n. Where is
Yeah,
n?
we have to go till end.
Length, no?
Yeah,
Length
yeah.
minus
This
1,
one,
no?
but not a minus 1. Here we like if we put the minus 1, the last
Oh.
element will get expect like whatever.
So what I did right?
So we have to write arr dot length only, not a minus 1.
So You are telling
Yeah,
only
this
plus.
-1 we have to remove.
And from here,
No, here we have that is okay.
so don't you think even though if there is a current element, we are already starting with the next to that element.
Yes.
Okay, so we don't even need -1 over here.
Yes, right. Yeah.
If it is, suppose, see the given array. If it is 9, so definitely there is no element next to 9. So this
Yes.
inner for loop will not run at that. Okay.
Right.
So if array of I plus array of j, and
Equals
say that if it is
K.
equals to k,
Yes.
then what we need to do?
Return true.
Return.
True.
Will it work?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Return.
outside of the both loop, like in line number 14, we have to return the false.
Return the false. If this condition is not happened, so we are never going to return something over here. So at the end, that is the reason why at the end we are returning the false. So let's see how this is working exactly. So this for loop will start first, then your control will come for the next for loop. If at any time this condition is true, this will return true. Okay.
Yes.
Suppose this condition is never true, then at the end we know that there are no any pair, means there is no any two numbers whose sum is equals to k. That is the reason why at the end of this outer for loop, means which is ending over here, we are returning false. Is it clear?
Yes.
So someone is telling we need to do the triad. So let's see how we can do the triad for this. So where is the given array? Yeah, then you can use the break statement as well. Now let's see when I is equals to 0. So first step is this one, right? We have to initialize I with 0. Am I right?
Yes.
Then we will check whether I is less than array dot length. What is the length?
3,
7.
4. Yes.
Right? So whether 0 is less than 7, yeah, it is true.
Yes, true.
This condition is true. Then we will enter inside this for loop. This is the third step, right?
Yes.
So in the third step, we have to initialize j with I plus 1. So I'm just initializing j with I plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. Then fifth step is we have to check whether j is less than array dot length. So whether 1 is less than 7, yeah, it is true. We have
Yes.
to enter inside this inner for loop. This is step number 6. Now, if array of I, so what is the array of I? Array of 0,
2,
it is 2. Then array of j,
4,
array of j is array of
1.
let me write the indices as well. 0, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the array of 1?
4.
It is 4. 2 plus 4, which is equals to 6. Right? So is it equals to k? And what
Yeah.
is the k over here? Our k is 10. Okay.
Yes.
So you can say that it is not equals to 10. So this condition will not execute. So what is the next step? So next step is j plus plus, right? Seventh
Yes.
step. So from 1 it will become 2. Okay. Then again array of I, it is still array of 0. So you can say that it is 2. Array of j means array of 2. It is 6. So which is equals to 8, which is not equals to 10. So this if condition will not execute. Then again j plus plus. From 2 it will become 3. Array of I is still 2. Then plus array of 3. Array of 3 is how much?
7.
7. So 7 plus 2 is 9, which is not equals to 10. This condition will not execute. Then j plus plus 3. From 3 it will become 4. Right? So then array
2
of
plus
I,
1.
which
2
is
plus
2,
1.
then array of 4, it is 1. So
1.
it is 3, which is again not equals to 10. then j plus plus, it will become 5, then 2 plus array of 5, which is equals to 8 kilometers. So is 8, which is equals to 10, and now 10 equals to 10. Now can I say that it is going to return true?
Yes.
Yeah. Now when it is returning true, this for loop will terminate directly. Can I say that?
Yes.
Yeah. So after this for loop is getting terminate, you can say that the control is coming outside this inner for loop. Then again, I plus plus will be there.
No, actually, when we return that, so it will return to the whole function.
Okay, let's see whether what do we think? If this is returning from a single for loop, so this single for loop will terminate. Outer for loop is still there, right? So it will again going to check is there any other pairs as well or not? What do we think? Or we
No.
have to change our implementation to some other situation. So let's see, can we use the flag instead of directly returning true? Can we use the flag? It's better. So let's use the Boolean flag, which is right now false. Okay. If this condition is true, I'm just making the flag as true.
No.
Okay, and I'm just breaking it as well. So at any point, if this condition is true at anyhow, okay, ये flag एक बार true बन गया, then we can access that flag. Okay, so just we need to return the flag at this time now. It is more simple now. Can I say that?
Yes, but spelling is wrong. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, yes, right.
is it clear? Now
Yes.
let's try to run this. So let's call this method check target number. So make sure that the spelling is right. Need to pass ARR along with K. And what is the return type? It is returning some
Boolean.
Boolean value. So we can fold it into some result variable. So we can check if result, then you can print something like system dot out dot println. You can say that
Got some.
short. So you can say that target
Yeah.
target sum is found in short. Okay.
Yes.
Else you can say that target sum is not found. Let us run this and let's see the output. Yeah, that be okay. Compilation नहीं हुआ उसका because of incomplete syntax, right?
Yes.
Now
Oh,
because of
there is a semicolon in line number 30. Yeah.
getting the error is always a good thing, because it will give you more understanding. Means reading the error and resolving this. It's good to have the errors. Okay, so yeah, target sum is found. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. I have a one problem in this.
Yeah.
Actually, what is the problem with the return? So if we, let's suppose instead of a returning Boolean, if we return the int with the sum, like not a sum, we can say that array, and where we put the two numbers. So it will exactly return that numbers 2 and 8.
Huh.
So like who is the like which of them
So
is
it
more
depends on
efficient?
the problem statement. So some problem statement will ask you, give me two numbers that whose sum equals to k, or how many pairs are there whose sum equals to k. Getting it? So it totally depends on the problem statement, what can be the return time. Accordingly, you can change the return time. Okay?
But return is the more efficient, which we have did previously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So let me copy paste this code as well over here. And do this and this one over here. Okay. Now, so let's come to the today's topic of classes and objects. Okay. So in the classes, what you have learned? So some of you were telling me about the constructors, variables, methods, right? So can I declare the variable inside the class, outside the method? Can I declare the variable inside the class, outside the method? Yeah, attributes, you can say that. Yeah, of course, we can. So suppose I want to declare three variables. One is of, we can say that let us declare one variable of type string and name of the variable is name. Then another variable of type string and its name is address. And suppose I want to give the marks as well for a student. Means it's one kind of student details. Okay, name, address, and marks. So which kind of variable these are? Which kind of variable these are? Are they local or global? Actually, global concept is not there in Java. Instead of that, we call them as an instance variable. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So they are instance variable. So if you remember my statement, I don't know how many of you remember. So just tell me line number 3, 4, 7. So whether I have declared the variable or I have declared plus initialize. Have you got my problem statement? Means whether I have declared the variables in the line number 3, 4, 5, or I declare and initialize. So I have just declared the variable. And remember one thing, which is very, very important. So if the variables are instance, okay, and if you don't give any value to them, means we can declare as well. Means some we can initialize as well over here as well, but we don't do in the practical scenario. So we do using the constructors. Okay, we initialize these variables. So if we don't give any value, by default, whatever the default values are there now, they will be assigned to them. Is, for example, if it is of type string, we know that it is a reference type of variable. So what is the default value for any reference variable? It is equals to null. Okay, so definitely for this as well, it is null. For int, definitely it is 0. For double, default value is 0.0. Okay, so getting it? Yeah. Is it clear, everyone? Now, tell me, can I access this name? String dot out dot println name. What do you think? Will I able to print this name? How many of you think that we can? How many of you think that we cannot? So, Java classes.java. Let's see the output. To see the error, it is a non-static variable name cannot be referenced to the static context. So again, some static, non-static concept will come over here. So if they are non-static variables, you cannot, even if it is a non-static method, you cannot directly access those inside the static area or inside the main method who is static in the nature, right? So how to access the non-static members of a class? So simple, we have to clear the we have to create an object of the class. So how to create the object of a class? So class name. So right now we have given the name as a classes, and you can give the variable name. For example, I'm giving the obj. Use the new keyword, then again the name of the class, and opening and closing brackets. Is it clear? So what I'm doing exactly over here, I am creating the object. Is it clear how I have created the object and why I have created the object? Is it clear the requirement of the object, why we need our object first of all? Okay, so these all are the non-static members. Okay, in order to access the non-static member of a class in the static area, which is the main method. Okay, so we have to create the object. Okay, So we have created the object. How we can create the object? We have to use the class name and any variable name. Then using the new keyword, then this is again the class name and opening and closing bracket. Actually, this is called as the constructor of a class, and it is a default constructor. You can say that, even though you are not able to see any constructor whose name is classes and the round bracket. Okay, so but you can say that compiler will provide you a default constructor. Okay, even though if it is not visible over here, but it will be there inside the bytecode. Okay, we know that our Java code first getting compiled, then it will execute. So first it will check whether the default constructor is there or not. It is the uh, so next thing means even though if you are not that much getting this thing, it's fine. Okay. So this is, you can say that this is the default constructor. Now how to access this name variable using the object variable. So obj dot. No, you cannot take any name after the new variable. It has to be the constructor of the class. Okay. This is the constructor of the class. Now tell me what can be the output? What can be the output? Any guess? What can be the output? Nice. Many of you are getting the output. So I haven't given any value to the name variable. That is the reason why I'm getting the null value, right? So let's give some name and let's try to access obj dot name equals to for example, I'm giving the name as Iqbal. Okay. Now definitely you have assigned some value to it. So definitely I will get the name as Iqbal. Is it clear? So what if I want to give some other name? For example, if I have given the name as obj dot name equals to Vishal. So what output I will get? Sorry, what output I will get now? Iqbal or Vishal? Definitely the second, right? Because I replaced the first one. But I want to give the Vishal name as well. And I want to keep the Iqbal as well. So I need to create the another object. So you need to change the name of the variable. For example, obj.1. So I am giving the variable as obj.1. I have to remove this one from here. And I need to create a second object for Vishal. Getting it? This is the object for Vishal I'm creating. Okay. So obj2 dot name equals to this. Is it clear what I'm doing exactly over here? If you have any question, you can type in the chat. So see, what I'm doing, Shivam. Yes, you are right. String is immutable. How I can able to give some other name. If you remember, I was giving the another name and I am reassigning the value to that variable. Are you getting it? Means obj dot name equals to Vishal means reassign the value to a variable. ठीक है, पहली जो वैल्यू थी उसको मैं हटा दे रहा हूँ. ठीक है, and reassigning the new value. Okay. Yeah, that is the reason why we are not able to access them directly because they are not the static members. So to access the non-static member, we have to create the object. And you might be thinking कि सर इतना कुछ करना पड़ रहा है यहाँ पे objects बनाने पड़ रहे हैं and all this thing. Instead of that, directly make them static. How many of you are thinking this? How many of you are thinking this कि directly make them static? Why to create the objects and all this thing? So over here, there is a very interesting reason for this. Java is very good in the memory management. Okay, so whenever your code is getting compiled, all of your code will getting compiled. But the next thing is loading your you can say that important statement of your code to the RAM. So you know, firstly, which statements are getting loaded into the RAM? So all the static members are getting loaded into the RAM. So what do you think exactly? If you see the code means actual codes, they will be not like very short. It is looking in this way. They will be like 1,000 lines of code will be there. right? So what do you think? If directly I'm loading all the code into the RAM, don't you think it will use unnecessary space in the RAM? So making the we can say that the members which are very important or which will require mostly, so normally we make them as a static, and those members which will require as per the requirement, specific requirement, make them non-static and use it as per the requirement. So when you create the object of the class now, then only those member will be loaded into the RAM. Until and unless you do not make the object, it will not load it into the RAM. So this is also one of the concept behind creating the object. You can explore this thing as well. So right now, just remember, we have when we want to load the non-static member into the RAM, we create the objects. Okay, fine. So after that, if you want to print all these three statement through a method, so we can create one method as well, public. So now, right now, see, I'm not using the static method. I'm using a non-static method. How to create a non-static method? Very simple. Public return type means just remove the static keyword. Okay. Return type I'm giving as a void. Then I'm just giving the print. I'm not passing any parameter. I'm just using this method to print the name, address, and marks. Name is. Okay. So put the concentration over here. So very interesting. Then we will be having the address. Then we will be having the marks. Okay. Just I am printing this using the print method. Is it clear what exactly I'm doing over here? Print details, I'm giving the name more specific. I am just printing this variables. So what do you think that this method will able to access this all these variables? What do you think? Will this print detail method will able to access all these three variables? So I can say that yes. Because see, this is also non-static, this is also non-static. So they are like brothers, they can able to access. Getting it? And if something is static, you can access them anywhere in the code. So that is what I told you, na, Rajat, the static and the non-static. So those members who are static in the nature, they will be directly loaded into the RAM. Those who are not static in the nature, they will be there inside in the form of bytecode. But whenever they will be required, they will be loaded into the RAM. So for example, when I create the object, then only non-static members will be loaded into the RAM. In this way, we are optimizing the memory in the Java. So it is again the very big concept. Just now remember these things means like some abstract concept, overview of the objects and the overview of the static and non-static. I have given you the is maximum of the things, but just now just try to absorb that. Okay. Actually, there is again one more thing, how exactly objects are getting created. I can also show you with the diagram and all this thing, but it is not required right now. Okay. So when you will be learning the Java, might be possible at a time if this instructor will be showing you how objects is getting created in the RAM. Okay. Okay. So let's try to create the object for Iqbal. Okay. So I have given the name as a Iqbal, then obj1 dot address as Pune, and obj1 dot marks equals to, I don't know the address, don't worry. So yeah, now will you just tell me, I have assigned some values to these variables, yes or no? Now how to call this print detail methods? What do you think? Will it be directly called in this way? Print details. What do you think? Will it be called directly in this way? So again, it is a big no. Why? Because it is a non-static and you are trying to call it in the static area. It is not possible. For that, you need to create the object. Object already create ho chuka hai. Then how you can call? Use the object variable. Very simple. use the object variable to call this method. Using the object variable, you are telling to the, you can say that JVM, I have already created this object, just call this method, take the reference from my side, in this way. So let's run this and see how we are getting the output. So in short, you can say that all details you are getting printed. So, okay. So symbol, location, variable, obj of class type. Cannot find symbol, obj1 dot marks. What about the spelling? I make the mistakes. Okay. And then about the print details, yeah, again there is a mistake. Then next error is, okay, only these two errors was there. Let us try to run it again. Okay, let me clear this and run it again. Java. Still the error is there. Print details. No. Let's see. Don't worry, even though if it is the error, we will try to resolve using the output. Now see what you are getting in the output. Oh, why in the single line? Why in the single line? Because of print. So use the println, right? Run it again. Let's see the output. Yeah, getting it. Getting it how we are getting the detail of a person. Similarly, if you want to give the detail of some other person, so what we need to do, we need to create another object. But suppose I have not given the marks. So what do you think? Instead of marks, what will come? Marks मैंने अगर दिए ही नहीं है, then what will come? Come on. Yes, nice. Default value will be get assigned because this variable are the instance variable. Nice. Getting it? Okay. Now, so this is also one of the way to assign the value, means this one, obj dot name, address and marks. We have the some other way as well. What you have learned extra today? You learn about the constructors. Am I right? Yes or no? You learn the constructors. So constructor is very similar to a method, but it do not have any return type. Constructor का return type नहीं रहता है. And remember one more important thing about the instructor, not the instructor, it is a constructor. So the name of the constructor is very similar to the name of the class. Okay, means you cannot give any other name to the constructor. Okay, in this way your constructor look like. So for example, consider it very similar. Okay, I want to pass the value as a parameter. So see how I can. Just you need to define all the variable. So see, I can give the same name as well. Will you tell me how it is possible? Even though if I give the same name, I will not get the any error. How it is possible? You need to tell me. Already I have given the answer for this many time. Yeah, you can type in the chat. Till now, you also learn about this keyword as well. So to differentiate between local variable and the instance variable, this dot address will be equals to address. This dot marks will be equals to marks. Is it clear? Okay. So will you tell me, I will not get the error like duplicate variable, even though the name are same. What is the reason? The reason is these variables, whatever I am writing this variable now, these variables are the like a local variable for this constructor. Their scope will be only this much. इसके बाहर वो accessible नहीं है. कौन से variables? These three. ठीक है? But what about this dot name? What do you think? This ये name वाला variable is this the one which is coming as a parameter or this one? instance variable. So this refers to the current object or current variable. In the sense, you can say that in short, you can say this is the instance variable. They are the instance variable, and I am just assigning the value to this variable which is coming from the constructor. Okay, so this is the another way to assign the value to the instance variable. Let us try to assign using the constructor. Very simple. So now in this time, how you are going to create an object? Again, it is very simple. So in this time, you are having the parameterized constructor, not the zero argument constructor. Am I right? What is this? This is called as a parameterized constructor. Okay, and how the zero argument constructor look like? It is just like in this way: public access and opening and closing bracket in this way. If you remember this was a part. Okay, this was the zero argument constructor. This will look like in this way. Okay, in this block as well, you can assign the value to the name, you can say that address and marks. So over here, whatever the values that you are going to use, okay, they will remain same. Okay, they will not be dynamic. You can say that. In this way also you can assign the values, but this is for the zero argument constructor. Okay, now, but over here, if you see what I'm doing, I'm going to use the parameterized constructor, means this wala. So sequence has to remain same. First, you need to pass the name, then address, then marks. Okay. So let us try to pass the same thing. Name will be Iqbal, then address Pune, then marks. Okay. Now let's call this method print details. Okay, using this variable obj dot print details. So what output I will get? What do we think? Can I say that same output as we got? Can I say that same output as we got? Similar kind of output I'm going to get? Let us see. No worry, I'm going to come for the zero argument constructor as well. Okay, getting it? Getting it? Now, so see, now tell me, in your code, you are going to have the instance variable. Now you have the two approaches to assign the value to this variable. Either you can assign in this way or in this way. So what do we think? Which way is simple, or which way will not take much more lines? So definitely, if your variables are, you can say that more, you can assign in the values in the single shot. ना एक ही line में काम हो रहा है ना आपका. Over here, if you see, you have to use the multiple lines. Can I say that? Now tell me output for this. Now tell me output for this. obj1. I'm creating some another object. What output I will get? Another object with zero argument constructor. I'm not passing any parameter. So can I say that for line number 36, which constructor is eligible? So this one, can I say that? The zero argument constructor? Yes or no? This one, zero argument constructor. This was the details, print method was there. This is the constructor. So can I say that I will be going to get this detail, Razi, Mumbai and 980. Let's try to see. No worry. And let me differentiate this from dot out dot print again. Okay, run it and see the output. Expected semicolon. Okay, no worry. Let us clear this and print it again. Java classes for Java. Println nonsense. Yeah, I want you as well to give the concentration where I'm making the mistakes. So in this way, you guys also running your mind. So are you getting the, even though I haven't passed any values over here, but if you see the zero argument constructor, by default, I'm giving some values. That is the reason why I'm getting the details of Razi. But when I give some value, so definitely this parameterized constructor will get executed and I will get this output for Iqbal. Is it clear how to use the zero argument constructor, how to use the parameterized constructor? Now, okay, fine. Now, again, what do you think? See, the practical scenario. Okay, suppose I am passing some values. Okay, from this constructor like Iqbal, Pune, or 600. Okay, so suppose if I pass minus 600, will it going to accept? So Pratik, this keyword is just differentiating between local variable and the global variable or instance variable we call. Okay, so if I pass minus 600, will it going to accept? What do you think? Will it going to accept? Yes or no? Yes. So, but don't you think ki minus 600 is cannot be the marks? Cannot be the marks. So I need to add some validation as well, na? I need to add some validation as well. Yes or no? But remember one more thing. If you use the parameterized constructor, it is means we cannot validate at that time. So you need to validate at the same time. First, you need to take the values from the user and just validate. Or if you use the zero argument constructor, like uh, this example, okay, concentrate this example. So you are using dot name, right? So directly you are setting up the values, but in order to add validation, we have a method known as getters and setters method. So how many of you know about getters and setters method? Anyone knows? First of all, why we use this method. We use these methods to set the values, to set the values of instance variables. Also, we can apply validation. Okay, we can apply validation as well. And okay, we use these methods. Okay, so we can say that we use setter method in more specific setter methods to set the values of the instance variable. Also, we can apply the validation. Then we use getter methods to get the values. Simple. Getting it? Okay. Let's try to see how we can. If you are comfortable with the method, how we create the method, so getter and setter will not take much more. Uh, you can say that time to understand. Okay. So for example, I want to set the name. I want to set the name. Okay. So what? How we can? I can define the method. How I can define the setter method. So please concentrate over here. Public. What can be the return type? Void. Name of the method is set name. What parameter I need to pass? Definitely I need to pass the parameter of type string. Name of the variable is name. Now how I can set the name? Use this keyword, this dot name equals to name. So whenever I use the this keyword, this refers to the instance variable. Remember this. And this after that, this whatever this name variable is there, this referred to this name which is coming as a parameter. Means you can say that this is a local variable, this is the instance variable. Is it clear? Now, you might be thinking you told us we can apply the validation as well. Yes, you can apply the validation as well. For example, if you want to have the name whose length equals to only the 6 characters or 7 characters, so you can check for it. For example, if you can say that name dot length if it is less than or equals to 8, okay, then only assign the value, else you can assign some default value. You can assign some default value in the sense you can give the default. Let us try to see means how it is getting applicable. Now, how we can get the name? So we can use the getter method. So public. Now tell me the return type of the method. So definitely it should be of type string. And the name, get name. Do I need to pass anything? No. How to return? Return this dot name. So over here, even though if you do not write this, it will be fine because there is no any local variable similar to that. Is it clear? Getter setter method for the name. Please confirm. Is it clear? Now let us give the let us give the getter setter for the address. You will understand again. So definitely the name of the method should be a now address. Okay. I am passing the parameter as okay. This if I use this variable, so definitely the name I am keeping as same. So address dot length if it is less than or equals to 10, then only assign, otherwise give some value as a default. So get name or get address. Then return address. Okay. Next variable is marks. So set marks. So as we know, someone can give the marks as negative value as well. So how we can check the condition for the negative value? If marks is less than 0, then or we can say that if it is greater than 0, then only assign the value. Otherwise, give some default value as 0. Don't give the minus value. You give the value as a 0. Is it clear what I did? Now it is of type int. This is for the set marks. How I can get the marks? Return type should be int now, and method name should be get marks. Yeah. Is it clear how I have written the getter setter methods for all these 3 variables? Might be it looking very lengthy for you, but it is always good to have getter setter method in your code. Okay, why? To have a good validation so that user cannot crush your code. In short, we can say that. Means by supplying any bad values, they can play with your code. So it is always good to have the default, means to check, or you can say that to have the validation. Okay. So right now I don't need this method. I'm just commenting out this. Now instead of directly using dot name, will you tell me how I can call this method? Set name. Can I use obj dot set name in this way? And what parameter I need to pass? Name. Or you can say that if you are calling the method, it will be called as an argument. Now similarly, so directly I am not assigning the value to the address. I am first validating it using the setter method. So use setter method for the address as well, and give the address. Then for the marks, set marks and set it. Okay. Now after that also you can call this print method, print details method, but I am not going to use this print detail method. Instead of that, what I'm going to use, please concentrate. So name is, so I'm not directly accessing the name variable. Instead of that, I'm using the obj1 dot get name. Okay, get name. It is method. Now obj1 dot get address. Getting it? Similarly, obj1 dot get marks. Okay, is it clear what I did? Let's run this. No worry. Let's run this and try to understand how it is working. For example, I'm just creating the object using the zero argument constructor. Okay, and if you see that we have a zero argument constructor as well, which is setting up the values. You can say that some default values. So even though I don't want to set some default values, keep it as it is. Okay, because we are setting up the value using the setter methods. No? We don't need to set some default values. Already we are setting up using the validation. We are giving some default value. So do I need to write the same code again? No need. Now, so setting the value for all the three instance variable and getting the value of all the three instance variable. Just try to run this code and let's see. So return name. So it is of type string. Okay. So I should write return marks. Are you getting it? Why? What was the error? Incompatible type. Return type was in, but you were returning the name. Are you getting it? So it is good to have the errors. It will give us the more understanding. Okay. Java classes.java. Let's see. Now, address is null. Why it is coming as a null? Why it is coming as a null? Means it is not setting up the value for the address. What is the error? Come on, rectify it. Tell me the error. I want you to rectify the error. What I did wrong. Line number 34, if you see, and 36. I am assigning value to the name, but this method is assigning value to the address. So change the variable. You are making the mistake, right? Is it clear now? Yeah. Let us try to run it again. Now getting the right output. Now let us try to see the validation whether it is working or not. So instead of Pune, I am also giving some length. I'm increasing just the length Mumbai. So might be now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so can I say that now the length is more than 10 over here? Length is more than 10. So it should give me the value as a default. Let us see validation is working or not. Is it working? Let us give the marks as negative. Let's see the output. I'm giving the marks as negative. So I should get the 0, right? At the place of marks. Is it working? Yeah, it is working. Right? So this is about the class, object, constructors, and getter setter methods. I know getter setter method is is first time you are looking how it is working. But if you understand the functions, it is very similar to the function. Now, one method, setter method, I am creating to set the value. Another method I am creating to get the value. Just I'm changing the return type. If you see the for the getter method, I do not need to pass anything. For the setter method, I am having the return type as a void. I'm passing some parameter. I'm doing some validation, nothing else. Okay. So it's fine. Tomorrow we are trying to cover the more questions on this classes, objects, constructor, getter, setter method. You will get much more understanding. Okay. So we'll try to take more example on tomorrow, and let me start the recording.